Hi guys, this is Arun from TechConfigurations, and today we have the Microsoft Lumia 640XL, which is the latest device from Microsoft, and we're going to do a complete review of this device. So before that, let me thank Mobile Stores for providing this device overview. So thank you, Mobile Stores. So now coming to the device, you could see this is the Microsoft Lumia 640XL, and it comes in a price range of 15,500 at Mobile Stores, so which is a very good price for a device with this much of specs. The device actually sports a 5.7-inch clear black display with a 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of internal memory, a Snapdragon 400 chipset, 13 megapixel camera, and 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and 3000 milliampere battery. So a device with this much of specification is only priced at about 15,000, which is definitely a steal. So now let's go into the design aspect of the device. You could say this is the Microsoft Lumia 640XL, and it seems really premium to me. The design algorithm is very similar to the usual Microsoft design. You could see, let us go into the key placements first. So you could see the device has got a 5 megapixel front-facing camera with a spherical here, and you could see the Microsoft logo. On the bottom, they have not provided any hard key there, so they should have provided a soft key inside the screen. So that's it. And if you check out the right side of the device, you could see the volume rockers and the lock and lock key is placed on the right hand side. On the top side, you could see 3.5mm audio jack, and there is nothing else in there. And if you go on the left side, you could see there's also nothing in there. It's completely blank. And if you just go on the bottom side, you could see USB 2.0, and if you go to the back side, they have provided a plastic matte finished back side with 13 megapixel camera with the Carlsys lens, and you could see LED flash and spherical and with Microsoft logo. So that's pretty much about the design. So let me just take off this back panel and show you the SIM card slots and all this stuff. So you could see I have opened the back panel, and you can see the two SIM card slots here. This is actually 3000 milliampere battery, and you have a micro SD card expansion which supports up to 128 GB of micro SD expansion. So that's also great for a price range of 15,000. So this device is pretty much packed in every aspect. So let us just see how the software side of this device actually is. So let me just turn on the device, and you could see the Microsoft logo coming up. This device actually comes with Windows 8.1 with update 2. That means it is having a denim update, so that will give a very good user interface, latest user interface for this device. So okay, now the device has been booted up, so let me just cancel it. Okay, this is the user interface, and this is the home screen of this device. So this is actually having a denim update of latest denim update, so that has bring a lot of new features. So as you could see, they have provided a inbuilt navigation bar inside the screen, so which can be kind of there are people who don't like it, navigation buttons inside the screen. So if you want to hide the navigation buttons, you can just slide it like this and you can hide it. And if you want it again, you can just swipe it up and you can bring back that navigation button. So that is a really good thing that they have done. There's a little bit of software customizations that they have done in this device. And the third thing is that if you lock the device and if you just keep it like this, and you can see that this is actually called the glance screen, which they have introduced in the denim update. So you can get the time and your notifications, so you will get to know that what are the notifications that you have at that particular moment, so you don't have to unlock the device. So that's really pretty much amazing features that they have introduced in this device. And the fourth thing is that you can just double tap it and unlock the device, but they have not provided double tap locking, but they have provided double tap unlocking. So that is quite good. And now coming to the notification area, you could see you can have all the notifications right here, just like the Android phones. And they have provided 4 toggle buttons, but they have also introduced mobile data into the toggle button, which was not there in the previous version. So that is a quite good thing. That is also a very good thing as far as this device is concerned. So that's pretty much about the software. So let's go into the dialer and check out how the dialer actually is. So you could see this is the dialer of the device, and you can actually switch between the SIMs on the top side. So the device is actually having a 5.7-inch display, but it is not having that much issue in toggling between the device. It's quite easy to handle, so I don't feel much issues in using this OS with one hand. So now let's go into the messaging app, and let me just show you what are the features they have included. So earlier the messaging app didn't have this feature. Receive key is not supported in the earlier versions, but this version onwards they have extended the support to receive key, which is also nice. And if you just type anything like this hi, and if you just type hi in this in this keyboard, and if you just press the space, you could see they have already given animation which will represent that particular letter. So that is something that you can actually depend on. That you don't have to add much smileys because it automatically detect what you actually meant. So if you just type birthday in here, so you could see it automatically takes up this candle symbol. So there's a lot of good customizations that they have done in this device, which I feel is pretty good for this updated version. So now it is actually coping up with the Android software. So you could see another thing they have included is that if you press the whole volume button, a notification here, you could see just tap it and you can get separate controls for volume and media. So there was in early versions there was not provided this option. There was a single volume control, so that's also nice. Now coming to the other things, let me just go into the gallery and check out the images in this device and see how the device actually display quality and all this stuff. So I have some images here, so let me just take an image. Okay, yeah, this is quite good. So you could see the display quality. I have already told you display quality is something which I really admire about this device. This is some of the best displays that I have ever seen. The display looks very crisp, the viewing angles are excellent, there is no issues from any angle. You could see it's from every angle there is very uniform color reproduction. So the display quality is the first thing. And let me just go into the pinch zoom function. So you could see it is fluid, smooth. I can say there is no issues, no lag. The Snapdragon 400 processor in this device is really performing really well. So even if it's having a larger display with a resolution of 720p, the performance is buttery smooth, that's what I can say. So let me just go back and check out some videos and give you more idea about the performance. So let me just go into the video. So they have made a lot of good things in the UI. Now the UI is much more responsive than the earlier versions, so which are a really good thing. So let me just go into the 720p video playback. So this is actually a 720p video and show you how the video quality actually is. So you could see there is no issues in the 720p video playback. I can say it's buttery smooth. There is no issues in buffering. It's very good responsive device here. So there is no issues in the 720p video playback. So let me just check out the volume here. So you could see it's pretty loud and it doesn't get muffled when you place a device like this. So that is also a very good advantage when you have such a large device. So the key to that is that they have provided some points which is raised from the normal level. So you could see the camera lens is actually popping out, and also a 3.5mm audio jack is also popping up. So they have done a clever design here, so such a way that the speaker won't get muffled. So that is a really good enhancement as far as I'm concerned. So now let's go back into 180p video playback and see how the device performs in 180p video playback. So this is actually a 180p video, and you could see there is a slight delay in 180p video playback, 1 second delay I can say. So the buffering is 1 second lag in the buffering, but the video playback is perfectly smooth, perfectly fine. There is no issues I can see here, but there is little buffering issue. So that's all about the 180p video playback. So as far as the performance, I am pretty satisfied with this device. It is having only Snapdragon 400 chipset, but it is performing like buttery smooth. So let us go back into let's go into the camera application of this device, which is the highlight. I must say the device is actually having 13 megapixel primary camera and 5 megapixel front facing camera. So let us see how the device performs in both scenarios. So you could see the UI is quite new in this device. They have provided a lot of options here. The first thing that I have noticed is that the UI is very flexible as far as Android UI. So this is actually a very nice UI. You can actually adjust each and everything. Like this is actually the shutter speed of the device. You can adjust it all the way from 4 seconds to 1 by 16,000. So that's a very high shutter speed. And you can also adjust the ISO rates from auto to, you can actually adjust it to 3200, which is also really high ISO rate. And you can also adjust the focus point to autofocus to the manual focus. So there are a lot of things in this device which I really appreciate Nokia for that. The camera department is the best I have seen in this device. So let me just focus and take an image here. So you could see it's very fast. It doesn't take much time to capture the image. So let us look at the image quality. So you could see this was the image that I have captured. So yeah, it was quite a good focusing. So you could see it's really good focus. There is not much issues as far as detailing is concerned. So the camera quality, the 13 megapixel camera is really excellent, and they have also provided a lot of customizations like this. You could see you can actually manually focus any object. So you could see that this is actually the auto mode, and if you raise it like that, you can see this point, the first image is very sharp. You could see it's very sharp, and if you again move it to much larger focus, and you could see it's getting blurred, and now the image that is the farthest from the camera is now focused. So this is actually a manual focusing. So these are a lot of good stuff that they have done in this device. The camera optimizations are really good, and it's very simple camera UI. So let's go into the video recording and check out what are the features in there. Let me just take a video recording. So you could see this is a video, and it can record 180p video full HD recording in the primary camera as well as secondary camera. So the UI is quite similar to what we have seen in the normal the Lumia devices. So let us go into settings and see what are the other features they have provided. So you can see they have provided the bracketing feature, which is similar to the HDR mode, which is actually similar to the bracketing, but you have a much more flexibility here. You can actually choose the number of photos you want to take, which will be merged for a single image to get an enhanced HDR image. So you could see you can actually select 5 photos, or you can select 3 photos. So if you select 5 photos, it will take a little bit more time to capture, and you can also fix the exposure range that you want to use for the HDR, which is not available in the Android devices. The flexibility is something that you can admire from this device. It is much more flexible than Android in the case of camera applications. While they had to do a lot of improvements in the overall UI, but the camera application is much ahead of the Android. And you can see that it can actually fix the aspect ratio. If you just go into the video, you could actually see that it supports up to 180p 30 fps, which is also great. So let us go into the front camera and check out the quality in there. So let me just go into the front camera. So this is actually the front camera of the device, and it looks really good, and you can actually zoom it like this. So it doesn't support touch focus or autofocus. It is a fixed focus camera. So that's it. And if you can't really zoom it in the front camera, it doesn't support zooming, but it is fixed focus camera. But it can record 180p, but I can't feel much issues in the focusing. It is actually getting a very good image quality in here. So the front camera is also pretty nice in this device. So that's all about this device. That we have seen the camera performance, we have seen all the other aspects of this device. Now coming to the regular question that people ask me about any devices. The first question is that whether the device can support moving of apps in memory card. Yes, this device does support that feature. So you can now move the apps to the memory card in this device. And the second thing is that does this device support notification LED. So let me just check it out right now. So I'm going to connect it. I'm going to connect the charger to this device. So you could see I'm going to connect the charger here, and you could see it doesn't support any notification LED. So that is a little disappointing. Now let us see, the third question is that whether this device support video calling from the dialer. So you could see it doesn't support video calling, that we have already seen. And the fourth question is that whether this device support OTG connectivity. So let me just show it like that. So you could see the device doesn't support OTG connectivity, which is also a little disappointing. So the fifth question that people ask me is that whether this device support 180p video recording. So I must say the device does support 180p video recording in both front and back camera, so which is really great. They have also introduced a new feature like a new Lumia moment in this device, which will enhance the customizations in the camera. We won't go much detail into it. So that's it. And now coming to the pros and cons of the device, I must say there's a lot of positives than the negatives that I could find in this device. The first thing is that the device has got a 5.7-inch IPS clear black display, which is something that I'm really a fan of this, because the display quality is really excellent. And the second thing is that the device has got Gorilla Glass 3 protection on the top, which is another positive thing. And the third positive thing is that the device is having 13 megapixel primary camera and 5 megapixel front facing camera, and both were really good, which is the third positive thing. And the fourth thing is that the device support NFC feature, which is another great advantage of having. So good thing, that's the fourth positive thing. And the fifth positive thing is that the device supports up to 128 GB of expansion which is insane for a device in this 15,000 price range. So that is the fifth positive thing. Now the sixth positive thing, the final thing, is that the device supports the 3000 milliampere battery, which is a huge for a device with a quad core of 5.7-inch display. So I really like that they have provided adequate battery backup for this device, so that will ensure more than 1 day battery backup for this device in normal usage. And now coming to the negatives, I must say, as I already pointed out, this device doesn't have OTG connectivity. That's the negative thing. And this device doesn't have a notification LED. That's also the second thing I have noted. And the third thing I would say is that the device has the front camera of the device is actually a fixed focus camera. So these are the only thing that I have noted, which might be disappointing for some people, but overall, considering that this device, it is perfectly worth for the money. And that's all we have about the review of the Microsoft Lumia 640XL. So as a final word, I could say this device is perfectly worth for the money. And if you're looking for a camera device in this 16,000 price range, this would be what I will be suggesting for you, because this is really good camera, a lot of customizations possible, so a lot of flexible camera UI. So I must say this is the best camera I have seen in this price range. So that's it about the Microsoft Lumia 640XL, and thanks for watching this video. And if you like this video, please hit like and stay subscribed. Thank you.